Hey there everybody, this is PotterBrony and welcome to another blind reaction of DeathBattle. This time we have Doctor Strange versus Dr. Fate, Marvel versus DC. Okay, before I get into this, just going to say I was going to do this earlier this week, but busy with work, dead tired when I got home, didn't feel like it. So I figured now that MLP's on hiatus, I'm just going to push this to my Saturday video, do other stuff Sunday, and actually taking a long weekend, 4-day weekend, Monday and Tuesday for my birthday, so, because why the hell do I want to go into work to that madhouse? I know it's going to kick my ass when I get there on Wednesday, piled up stuff to do, but what are you going to do? I'll be fine. So yeah. Don't know much about these characters other than what I've seen in the Marvel movies. I know they're both magicians, wizards, whatever you want to call them. Doctor Strange, I know his backstory. I mean, I did know it before seeing the movie. I've seen a couple of other stuff with Doctor Strange. Accident, he was a surgeon, lost the use of his hands. Use of his hands required to be a surgeon, became a magician, became a mage, sorcerer supreme, that's what it was, he became a sorcerer. Dr. Fate, what I know of him is that Dr. Fate is an entity that resides within the helmet and uses a host body to use his magic. I think you put on the helmet and it's a one-time thing. That's pretty much it. Sometimes I think it can be removed, but it's a difficult process. It's a whole big deal. At least the small amounts of him that I've seen. Their powers seem to be similar. So let's just, as you know, tends to be the case with every Screw Attack Death Battle. So, let's stop the rambling. Let's get right to the action. As always, the link in the description below. Be sure to support Screw Attack over there. And, starting the video in 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright.
The art of magic is a perplexing thing. Only those with the right knowledge, talent, and willpower can truly claim to be the most powerful wizards of all.
Like Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme of Marvel Comics.
And Dr. Fate, DC's defender of cosmic order.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
nice looking
armor,
animation
and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Dr. Stephen Strange wasn't just any brilliant neurosurgeon, he was the very best.
Too bad he was also a prick who cared more about the money he made than the patients he worked on.
Sensational patients bring recognition. Recognition brings money, and money keeps Wellhaven stores open.
Can't blame him though. When your entire family gets the bucket one by one like
Stevens
did, it's kinda hard to get attached to anybody else. Also, money's just great.
Strange's talent at the operating table earned him celebrations worldwide. His work became more expensive, and his bank account rose into the millions.
And then...
this happened. Brutal.
Don't text and drive, kids. Strange survived, but his hands got terrible nerve damage, making them useless for complex tasks like, oh, I don't know, surgery.
Yeah.
Pretty inconvenient.
To find a cure, Strange
or
spent his entire fortune and traveled the globe until he found the Ancient One. He had heard of this man's befuddling mystic healing powers, and at this point, he was up for trying anything.
Asian man, white woman, whatever.
Instead, he offered to teach Strange how to use magic himself and become a superhero. Who needs hands when you have magic?
Through his training, Strange discovered many secrets of the universe, along with plenty of handy spells. He has learned so many charms, jinxes, enchantments, conjurations, hexes, and incantations that it would be impossible to list them all now, but he certainly has his favorites.
Like the nearly unbreakable bands of Sidorak. Unless you're super strong like the Hulk or Thanos, no way you're snapping these.
See, this is stuff that I don't know.
Surround foes in everlasting fire with the flames of Faltine. Launch energy shots called the bolts
Like
of
the
Balthak.
little
Say
things.
Knock out foes with the mists of
No,
Morpheus,
that's not what he said.
and shield himself using the 7 rings of Ragador.
Who the hell came up with these spell names? Whatever happened to plain old abracadabra? Everybody loves that one.
Other techniques of his include illusions, hypnotism, protective force fields, telekinesis, immortality, time manipulation, power stealing, teleportation, dimensional travel, transmutation, spell nullification.
I heard
And he can
immortality.
turn himself into a ghost.
I imagine.
Ooh.
So astral projection.
That's his astral form, a projection of Strange's soul separate from his body, which defies the laws of physics.
Look, Wiz, he can go through walls and fly around.
So he can do
That's
all
a
the
go.
same stuff with
To
his astral
invoke
form
these
with
spells,
his
Strange
physical body.
audibly calls upon the powers of the Vishanti, 3 godly beings of enormous power.
Oh, that one's a kitty.
I summon 4 of the shielding powers.
Probably don't want to pet that kitty though.
Impressive. He sure puts Mysterio's hocus pocus to shame.
Anyway, after many years of study, Strange's mentor was slain by a creepy hentai monster, and Strange was granted the title of Sorcerer Supreme, which is like a normal sorcerer with all the toppings.
As Sorcerer Supreme, Strange
yeah.
was deemed the most powerful magic user and defender of the world. To better perform his duties, he carries numerous magical artifacts which assist him in battle.
The Cloak of Levitation lets him fly without magic and has a mind of its own, like Aladdin's magic carpet, but way more stylish. The Wand of Watum amplifies
So
his
I guess-
powers, and the axe of Angarorumas, whatever, cuts through mystical beings.
The Eye of
In fact, Strange found that axe in my
Agamotto.
ex-wife's old witch cave. I mean apartment.
But most versatile of all is the Eye of Agamotto. With this amulet, Strange can perceive any truth, absorb massive amounts of
As
energy,
opposed to just,
enhance his psychic powers, and fire a light that can weaken and
So I
obliterate
guess this one doesn't have the
magical
time stone.
If you haven't noticed, Doctor Strange is super powerful. With all this magical mumbo-jumbo, he's taken on some of the biggest threats in the universe.
Set me free! No. I've come to bargain.
And if he ever gets stuck, he basically just rewrites the rules of reality, which is probably what happens when you divide by 0.
That's not even possible.
Exactly! In
Yeah.
Magic Whiz, anything can happen.
Strange's astral form has traveled across the planet in, quote, precious seconds, putting him at several million miles per hour.
Even better, when Adam Warlock once used an Infinity Gem to banish Strange to the far reaches of the universe, Strange just cast a spell that zoomed him all the way back. So yeah, F you, Adam.
Given what we see here, Doctor Strange was most likely sent to
That's-
a void, or a large empty area between galaxies. The void where our galaxy resides is about 2 billion light years in diameter, with the Milky Way set relatively close to the center. Based on Strange's conversation here, we can assume a generously short time frame of 5 seconds. So, Strange must have moved over 4.2 septillion miles per hour. That's 6 quadrillion times the
So he
speed of light.
teleported. Just call it
Damn.
teleporting.
Oh, how about that time he ripped
Even
the
though it's not
soul out of
really.
his arch nemesis and sent him back in time? Or when he restored his cloak of levitation from mere scraps? Or when he beat up Galactus and totally scrambled his brain?
With his immense magical prowess, Strange has survived blasts from Voltor, a robot with the power to move stars, and even withstood a supernova. At minimum, an exploding star outputs over 350 septillion gigatons of TNT. That's 6 octillion
Okay.
times greater than the Tsar Bomba, the most powerful
Why are we
nuclear
using
weapon
Treasure
ever
Planet
made.
footage?
Not impressed yet? Well, Strange can manipulate and detonate stars himself.
I guess
That's
it's a
right. This guy
supernova.
uses supernovas as weapons.
Strange is exceptionally clever, and while his physique is not superhuman, it's worth noting that he is a talented athlete and martial artist. This is important as the use of magic can wear down the magician's body if it is unfit. His immortality has also proved incredibly useful.
I'll say,
I'll
he's
bet.
looking pretty good for a guy born in the 1930s.
More than that, at one point Strange was recruited by the Vishanti to fight in a magical war,
So he was born in the
which
30s?
lasted 5,000 years.
I guess they
Holy
modernized
shit.
it.
I hope he got some really good veterans benefits after that. But for real, this guy has the power to protect the universe and reshape it however he wants. I know which doctor I'm calling the next time I'm sick.
I'm Doctor Strange.
Oh, so we're using our superhero names.
Tell me, Boomstick, do you believe in fate?
I only believe in one thing, Wiz. 18-year, 100-proof whiskey.
Well, after accompanying his father on an archaeological expedition in Mesopotamia, 12-year-old Kent Nelson certainly did.
Instead of digging up boring old artifacts like tools
so they're looking at a particular Dr. Fate.
10-billion-year-old god. Too bad waking him up also gassed Kent's dad to death.
This slumbering god was Nabu, a Lord of Order born from the very beginning of the universe. While Nabu normally cares little about the universally inconsequential concerns of individual humans, this time was different. Nabu took the newly orphaned Kent under his wing and taught him the ways of magic.
Oh, sweet! I'd take a god dad over an ordinary one any day. But really, I'd just take any dad.
Though Nabu
Again.
wasn't too keen on the actual parenting part of the deal, so he just magicked
Whatever.
Kent into a full-grown adult over the course of a week.
Does that mean he got hit with all those years of awkward puberty all at once? My god,
That's gotta
talk about
suck.
a mood swing.
To master the mystic arts, Nabu granted Kent 3 ancient relics. First and foremost, Kent donned the golden helmet of fate.
Well, Kent woke up the physical body. Nabu's soul is actually inside this helmet. So when Kent put it on, his spirit merged with Nabu's and they became Dr. Fate.
I am an agent of order.
Wait, he's 12. Technically, he can't be a doctor yet, right?
Well, in time, he became a trained physician and achieved a PhD in archaeology.
Good for him. Anyway, he's also got the Cloak of Destiny, which gave him flight, super strength, and superhuman durability.
Lastly, he received the Amulet of Anubis, a talisman which increases
So it's very
Fate's
Egyptian.
powers,
So I was
counters
figuring
opposing
because of the
magic,
Ankh.
and can launch an intense
Like, I don't know
beam of
all the
magical
backstory,
firepower.
so
It also
it's cool to
houses
see.
its own pocket dimension, where the souls of past Dr. Fates reside.
Oh yeah.
And using
Lots
magic,
of people
tossing
wore that
Superman
shiny
around like
helmet,
a punk.
And not all of them were doctors. Even Kent's wife, Inza, got in on the magic action. But Kent is, like, the main one, so we're sticking with him.
As Dr. Fate, Kent became the immortal champion of the supernatural Lords of Order in their fight against the vile Lords of Chaos.
And he learned tons of wacky wizard skills he can use with just a thought. Perfect for putting chaos gods in their place.
Fate can use telekinesis, cast illusions, erect force fields, hypnotize foes, read minds, teleport vast distances, create an astral projection of himself, travel through time and
very
dimensions,
similar
and
powers.
even manipulate matter at a molecular level.
Let's face it, Wiz, he's so powerful he can basically do whatever the hell he wants. Like that time he did a Freaky Friday body swap with Blue Beetle like it was nothing. He can even conjure up Superman's Kryptonian powers for himself. That's right. This guy can just decide to be Superman for a day.
With his mighty magic,
Right.
he has turned buildings into dust, thrown a planet into a sun, and physically held back the destruction of the universe.
The helmet, just the helmet, once flew through space so fast it reached the velocity of God, and then bounced off the edge of the universe. What the hell does that even mean?
Fate has regenerated his body from a single
That's a
fall,
good question.
withstood hits from the likes of Superman and Ultraman, and somehow survived in a dimension of reality where literally nothing exists.
Who the hell is writing this crap?
Also, when DC decided to reboot their entire comic line, Fate was one of the only characters to survive the crisis that literally collapsed the multiverse.
But he does have one big weakness. The helmet is Nabu, and Nabu is the source of Fate's powers. So if you remove the helmet, he loses his magic.
For the most part, Kent does possess some magical ability of his own, like telekinesis and super strength, but he's not even remotely close to the potential of Dr. Fate. And even further
Okay, so I
from
guess
the true Fate.
taking it
when
off
the
isn't
souls
that
of a
hard if you
man,
rip
a
it
woman,
off.
and a god come together, in this case Kent, Inza, and Nabu, they create Dr. Fate's ultimate state of being. An entity with enough power to rip the universe apart and effortlessly overpower other Lords of Order and Chaos.
Sadly, like all menage a trois scenarios, keeping this going for too long could destroy all three of them. So Fate doesn't go final form unless he absolutely has to.
Still, the people of the
Yeah, I don't
cosmos
think they're gonna
can
break
sleep
that
easy
up, though,
knowing
because-
Fate is on their side.
Then they would need a third party in there.
Fate is utterly binding.
Who are you?
Let me show you, my friend.
It's been a while since Smallville. Forgot about that.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, I'll teach you how to be a wizard in the kitchen.
Alright, so, so far, based on what they just said here, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to give it to Doctor Strange now. Just because of what they said, just sounds so much more impressive. Not to say that Dr. Fate is a pushover or doesn't sound impressive, but Doctor Strange's abilities are just kind of sound like more right now, but you never know. Like I said, I don't know everything about the characters, and they're probably going to reveal something afterwards as to why if Dr. Fate wins, as to why he won. But we'll see. So let's just get into it once they're done with this commercial.
To get your first 3 meals free. But right now, it's time for a
Death battle! Yup.
Stephen Strange. It has come to my attention that there are 2 Sorcerer Supremes in this existence. I am here to resolve this embarrassment.
I see somebody needs a lesson in manners.
Yeah, to be fair, if Strange can get the helmet off, I think he'll win.
Taste the flames of the Fontaine! How's that for embarrassment? Fool, you are merely a doctor. I am a god.
April O'Neil? I guess they crossed over into Ninja Turtles universe. And Star Wars universe. Because why not? Where is
I
this?
understand your power now.
Remove the helmet. But he can return it to him.
So the god is just a man in disguise. Let's see how you fare with him. Shut up! Oshner, grant me the Crimson Bag for Cinerak! Friend once told me the helmet doesn't make the man.
Yeah. Should have finished him quicker.
Witness your true fate.
Oh, so he is doing the combination. Alright, never mind. Fate's gonna win. Or project himself into the helmet.
By the hoary hosts of August. Where am I?
Dr. Strange.
Probably not a good idea. Alright, never mind. That was a bad move. Well, crap. Alright, let's hear why.
Don't doctors take an oath to never take a life or whatever?
Analyzing this matchup was bizarre. You might even say it was strange?
Save the puns, Wiz. That's my job. But yeah, both these doctor wizards were so stupidly powerful, trying to find their limit was like looking for a needle in a haystack. But nobody remembered to put the needle there in the first place.
With their maximum potential seemingly unmeasurable, it's easy to make an argument for either one to win. If given the chance, Strange could have certainly, say, stolen Fate's powers, or maybe even just willed him out of existence.
I bet plenty of Strange fans are letting us know how in the comments below.
And that's fine,
I'm sure.
But DeathBattle looks at the larger picture to find the most likely outcome of them all, and Fate simply held the advantage on a grander scale.
Strange may have fought a 5,000-year war, but Nabu's been around since the beginning of the universe. Over 10 billion years. He definitely had way more experience.
Fate also had the advantage of casting the majority of his spells non-verbally, while many of Strange's required specific hand movements and incantations. Still, it was only a matter of time until the Eye of Agamotto informed Strange of Fate's one weakness.
Depowering him wasn't as easy as you'd think. He had his own magic, and his superhuman strength was something Strange didn't have at all. Basically, anything Strange could do, Fate could do too. But even more.
Remember how Strange cast a spell which moved him 6 quadrillion times the speed of light?
Yep. Now remember how Fate's helmet flew from Earth to the edge of the universe and back?
It took about 1 year to make this trip. Given the estimated scope of the observable and unknown universe, a trip of this magnitude would require the helm to fly nearly 28 decillion times the speed of light. That's over 4 quintillion times faster than Strange.
Look at it this way. Strange was a man borrowing the powers of a god, while Fate's a god borrowing a man. Plus, that power boost with Inza's soul from the amulet put Fate on a level above the gods in his universe, something Strange can't really do himself.
Both Doctor Strange and Dr. Fate possessed incomprehensibly impressive magic, but Fate held more experience, greater physical abilities, and a wider range of talents.
Which left Steven stuck with a strange twist of fate.
The winner is Dr. Fate.
Alright, I'll give you that one. That one was good.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you want exclusive commentary on this episode, click that box right over there. And if you want the battle music for yourself, there's a download link in the description. See you next time.
Alright, next time, who we got? Ryu, I think? Yep. Not a fighter, not a fighting gamer myself, so like one of them just looked familiar. It's been a while since I played Street Fighter. I don't think I've ever played Tekken, so not going to be in any kind of rush to see that one. But this one was interesting and a lot of fun. And unlike all the Marvel fanboys, to be honest, it doesn't. Marvel or DC, I like them both, so I'm not going to be bitching in the comment section over there. I'm sure that Boomstick was right, that they probably are, but what are you going to do? So, hopefully you like this one. I want to thank you all for watching, but I'm going to end this one here. Until next time, take care. Bye.